10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. NaVi's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
The sack.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to ban. Dire team ban. NaVi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Clockwork!
NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
At times struggled a lot against Clockwork.
5 seconds
Until he gets to
remaining.
BKB anyway. But
He can go Hurricane Pike, I guess, very early on.
yeah, I guess with the new Shadow Fiend build, he does better against Clockwork than back before Hurricane Pike was an item. That's true.
Still a tough one, though.
But you can't really cast anything when you're in the cog.
No, you run the hell away. Like, you just run, I think you have to, right-click the cog twice to run out, or you buy the Hurricane Pike to make sure you've got some kind of safety mechanism.
So is the clock, is this an offlaner? Is this maybe a support clock?
See, I was wondering the same thing just now, because Clockwork has been picked like 3 or 4 times between Europe and CIS.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Outworld Devourer.
NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Brood mother.
Deal with this at all.
I mean, they have nothing, right?
Yeah, like who do you actually put against the Brood? You don't have a Darkseer, you don't have an Axe, you don't have a Tidehunter.
Safe lane the SF and the Leshrac or something and just max razors to kill off Spiderlings?
But
you can't.
It's not going to work because Shadow Fiend needs levels. No, I think they're in a lot of trouble. Then again, I said that last game, and NaVi somehow salvaged it with their mid-game team fighting, but they also kept some map control. Yeah, they gave up kills, but they still had towers, whereas I think if you give up those kills early, you're losing all your towers to Broodmother this time around.
Ah, they've swapped. Okay, Pycat's playing the Lesh now. That's a nice adjustment, I guess. You can just go for the like Lightning Storm and clear out Spiderlings. And I was going to say I've seen some weird.
I think they were planning on a carry Ven.
Yeah, for sure.
Until they saw the Brood pick. So I'm pretty sure this is a direct response to the Brood.
Yeah, I agree. Go into matchups against Brood and be expected to lose. Like there was a Clock versus Brood 1v1 matchup, and pretty much everyone said that the Clockwork was going to lose just because Brood can spam him out of lane, the webs are going to give the Brood regen, and the Clockwork doesn't have any way to deal with it. And I can't remember who it was, but they went Poor Man Shield Clock and just maxed Rocket and killed Spiderlings over and over again, and it was the most farmed Clockwork I have ever seen. You know, pro players, they will find a way, some way, to deal with Broodmother, no matter how unconventional it is. So Pycat Dust on the one roll Lash, fair enough.
Yeah, killing her early obviously is really nice, and they definitely can kill Brood if they catch her, especially in the early laning stage. They've got 3 stuns, they have Dust, they start with a single sentry here in Armin, so killing the Brood early is certainly possible. A farm Lesh can deal with the Spiderlings very well come mid-game. It's like that 0 to 10 minute mark before he gets tanky and farm where you do, I think, worry a bit more. But if they can get through the laning stage without giving up too much territory to Brood, they'll actually be in good shape come mid-game. So with the Lesh core swap, I like Navi's chances of dealing with this a lot better.
Am I missing something? Where's Brood's second web?
30 seconds to battle.
Did he just place that one? I think he just placed that one.
Yeah, but I mean, where's the second one? Because you're meant to have 2 webs, right?
Oh, he's going to place it, right? Did he already? You only start with the one.
Oh, you start with 1 charge.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not a Brood player.
Me neither. This hero's been out for so long.
Yeah, I think he's going to plant it now.
Okay. Oh yeah, you start with 1 charge.
The battle
I'm dumb.
begins.
It's okay. We can be dumb together.
TK Phobos is the Brood player. Now he has 2 webs. I'm just thinking back to the days when, you know, you used to start off Broodmother, run to a lane, plant the web, then TP to the lane and, you know, fake out your opponents.
So
no more.
So all flame brood. I'm not really too often you see anything else. But I think we saw Wings run like a crazy mid brood one time. But yeah, so NaVi expect these lanes. They know the brood is coming. They do have a ward for her.
Yeah, like C9 runs the mid brood, but that's just a Baby Knight special. That's like completely out of the ordinary.
See, the thing about the brood though is now it puts Dendi in a really tough spot, right? Because
Actually killing brood. DK Phobos is dead actually.
oh,
The sentry into dust into triple stun from NaVi.
so they get the kill. The thing is though, like she can die once, and if they just leave this lane, she's still gonna have a great time against the Leshrac. So they want to help Dendi mid, but they have to be careful not to overcommit to helping him. Where Spirit, they know as long as Navi is busy tri-laning to deal with the brood, they can make these aggressive plays on Dendi, and they're doing it now. FNG moving into position. He's got the cogs. I don't know if they can actually dive this though. They're gonna try for it with the Astro, but FNG tanking tower shots. Here we go. Sets up on Dendi. Won't quite kill him, although he gets pushed out of the cogs. He's going to take a lot of damage from this, but now FNG
tower aggro.
tanking that tower. Maybe a bit overzealous.
Dendi was like 7 mana away from being able to take that kill, I think, with a third raise. But
Uh-oh. Dendi got a south cancel, though, so his lane got a lot harder. Like, even though Clockwork not having a great time, he can go back to well and heal up. Dendi may have to hit the shrine very early.
yeah, looks like he will. And like you said, Broodmother's just been lurking around waiting, making sure she doesn't die, but loses a sentry straight away there. De-warded out by NaVi.
So
Struggle a little bit.
they are sticking to the full tri-lane to deal with the brood. We'll see how much Dendi struggles. He's doing really well in terms of CS, all things considered, though. 6-2 right now, matching the OD. That is an excellent start for him.
Yeah, with the 2 levels in raise, he's able to clear out these creep waves and at least get his bottle at a reasonable time. It's going to be about 2.5, maybe 2 minutes 45 when he gets that. A bit delayed, but like you said, with the pressure that he's been under, it's still reasonably good start for Dendi. While General up on top lane, he's not doing too poorly. 3 and 4. He's been shoved back by Dazzle and Troll a couple of times, but he's denying farm from BZZ, and he'll be keeping this tower safe up on the top lane. FNG Invis. He's looking for General, but look at the patience from this man. The Enigma just sits behind the tier 1, waiting for the creep wave to come in.
He's about to get ganked, though. FNG sneaking around from the side. And General with no TP. I don't think they can really help him. They're going to try to, but this is going to free things up elsewhere. Biver coming into the fray, but he might get punished, though. FNG moving in with the battery assault, wants to dive this quite a bit. BZZ also in pursuit, tanking tower shots.
That's mega awkward.
Radiant's
The salve cancelled? Wait, no, never mind, it's a tower hit.
No, it's a tower.
Enigma didn't get the shot off. Mega awkward when the Slardar TP's into your cogs and you're kind of trapped in there with him. Enigma just on the outside. I don't lose out on too much.
It's going to free things up a bit here for DK Phobos, though, bottom. But they have to get something out of the brood. So right now, Phobos, only 7 CS, will be looking to play catch-up here. And Biver looking to secure this 4-minute rune, I imagine. Heads up towards top. Maybe contest these pulls a bit. But this is the window where Phobos has to get a lot done. If they're gonna only run a dual lane, he needs to be getting a lot of experience, pressuring the Leshrac, because you let the Leshrac get to like level 7 or 8, get his first couple items, and suddenly he's not really afraid of being dove by Spiderlings any longer.
He can definitely die though if RMN comes down to bottom lane again to look for that kill, but FNG scouts the Venge. Like, a couple of stuns chained up from RMN and Pycat means Phobos dies very quickly, and we finally see what to. So the 2 points in Lightning Storm, he was holding onto those skill points. I was kind of wondering if he goes for the Edict, but now he's seeing the Broodlings start to mass up from... That's Broodmother. Edict doesn't really do that much.
Yeah, Edict's worthless against the Spiderlings. If you catch the Brood itself on her own, it can be nice, but it's not worth the risk.
Rarely going to happen.
Yeah. It does have an early pair of Arcane Boots, though, and that will help a lot.
is under attack.
You can see FNG hanging out near the bottom lane. Actually, they're also going to move in Vank Score. They want to make a play with this heal bomb. Our man caged and in a lot of trouble. Yeah,
FNG?
dead Clockwork, but maybe a dead Venge as well. It'll be both going down. So honestly, trading not too bad. But what you got to worry about is this army of Spiderlings massing up and then an additional dive coming on Pycat.
Yeah, this is where the flip happens, where Broodmother suddenly becomes a massive threat. Taking out that kill power from the Vengeful Spirit helps out a lot, while Slardar tried to go in on the OD mid, but just a quick Astral onto SF meant there was no further initiation. And you're just kind of alleviating this pressure away from the Broodmother, forcing maybe RMN to switch things up and look for a gank on mid, or even kill off the Troll, because Radiant Jungle is no longer warded by NaVi. They've got no vision around this bottom third of the map. They don't see ganks coming in, they don't see Clockwork where he is.
Oh, they're smoking, and the smoke going to be broken by FNG. Great positioning. And they know he's up there, but they can't really do much about it.
It's like he hasn't seen them, but they know where he is, and they can't go any further forward. Holding his ground. He's just not doing anything. I mean, the trouble is, you know, like we're kind of saying in the draft, Slardar's going to get his levels, he's going to get his farm somehow, while Clockwork, he's not going to get level 3 this way. Killed off by the SF.
Oh, thank you for the souls, says Dendy. And now 30 souls, 24 and 13 mid. Just right neck and neck with the OD. He's got to be happy about that. Things going quite well for NaVi. I would say, considering the last pick Brood, and I love the adjustment putting Lesh into a core role. He does have to walk home and heal up, replenish his mana stores. And this is giving a little more room for DK Phobos to breathe, but...
A much easier laning stage than the previous game, right?
Yeah.
But this is where Brood starts to spam webs into the jungle, behind the tower, starts cutting your waves, starts farming jungle camps, and really, you know, leapfrogs ahead of the opponents.
Looks like they're trying to set up a gank here on BZZ. Fiverr gonna dive this one, and they will catch that troll out. Crush comes through, Malefice too. Do they have to commit the black hole? I think with the follow-up stun from Venge, they should be fine. Actually low on mana though, and now the heal comes in. General hesitating, there's the crush. I still don't think they have the damage for this skill just yet. He's so damn tanky, he's gonna turn around. BZZ threatening to go back in on General, and they end up holding the hole there.
They know with the dazzle behind the grave is likely to come out, very nearly kill off the troll, but General holds the black hole. Maybe FNG will give up his life. Not sure why he walked into the Eidolons, but a few more hits, not quite enough. Dazzle heals him back.
So NaVi able to force quite a few Spirit Heroes either back or low. And Pycat, now that he's level 7, he's maxed the Split Earth. He has the point in Pulse Nova. He's rushing his way towards a Force Staff, it looks like, after the casual Vitality booster. The Brood is just not getting much done. Like, they didn't get too much pressure early when Lesh is very frail. The tri-lanes paid off. Dendy held his own without really any help from the team. The Enigma didn't CS too much, but he also didn't die. And they're in good shape now. So Phobos actually the one being pursued. He's going to have to web his way to the south. Pycat popping the Pulse Nova to clear out some creeps. Won't quite find the Brood.
And it's very nearly next to that Brood Mother to cancel that kind of free pathing over the trees, and maybe that would have killed him.
Things are looking quite good for NaVi. They're dealing with the Brood. They're actually pushing with the Enigma Venge. Dendy's farming, and come mid-game, their push is really scary. Though, as I say, that Pycat, perhaps a bit overzealous, moves forward and tanks a lot of damage. Brood moving back into position. Does have another spawn Spiderlings, but...
Great sentry placement by NaVi. They've got 2 there already, so Pycat knew he had a path back to safety between the Slardar and the Venge. Things will start getting scary, though, for NaVi when this Broodmother picks up that Orchid. That silence over onto someone like a Leshrac or the Enigma. You're not going to want to buy BKBs early. Maybe like Yule Scepter or something like that would be good for Pycat later on. But you know, you mentioned the Force Staff there up against the Clockwork is a necessity. Because FNG with a hookshot into Cogs trapping a Lesh in, that's just an instant death.
Yeah, but he's going to have a fast Force at this rate. He's actually the leader in net worth. He's been fed a lot of Spiderlings.
Changed his plan. He's going into the Bloodstone.
Okay. I mean, he's farming well enough.
It's going to be a fast one.
Goes for the solo smoke.
Classic.
And I think they just want to use the black hole, get a kill here, ideally on the troll. And it looks like they might just be able to do it. They saw BZZ move in this area. General now going to scout him out.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Should be an easy kill. No black hole
just
just
yet.
yet.
Be a big black hole, actually.
Oh, he didn't cancel his TP. FNG walking right into the Split Earth. That's a 2 for the price of 1 special for NaVi.
FNG.
All right. Yeah, it's Bloodstone time. He's going to have like a sub 15-minute Bloodstone at this rate for sure.
It's gonna be like a 12-minute Bloodstone or something for Pycat, because this tower top lane's gonna drop as well, right? They'll have Eidolons, they've got Edict in 7 seconds, tier 1's forfeit. In the meantime, bottom lane, DK Phobos isn't getting anything done. Dendi actually moves into the bot lane to clear out some spiderlings. And sure, they've got Dazzle and Brood here with a heal bomb, but they've got no targets to go on.
It's looking really bad for Spirit now, because come mid-game, you've got a farm Leshrac who can easily do a Spiderling. Shadow Fiend, who, yeah, is pretty squishy early to mid, but once he has the level 4 raises, he's got the raindrops, the Achille, he gets quite a bit tankier. He can also clear out Spiderlings very easily. So now 2 of these heroes can deal with them. In the mid-game, you're going to get hunted to death by Amplify damage from the Slardar. Really, your options are limited as a Brood, and then you're basically fighting 4v5. So things are looking very bad for Spirit now with this last-second draft adjustment, putting the Lesh into a core role when he's always a support for RMN.
Yeah, one thing to look forward to, though, is Team Spirit will have that Midas OD ramping up pretty nicely into the Hurricane Pike, into the Blink and the BKB, as well as the Battle Trance Troll to work towards. But Spirit don't have like the best Roshing lineup. They've got Dazzle Troll that can try and punch into it, but I think NaVi will likely be the ones to take the first Aegis in this game.
Yeah, you're talking about Roche for Spirit, but they're not looking like they'll have much map control to contest that Roche, and they're about to lose their tier 1 mid. That's both of their most crucial Roche towers down, and the deny attempted mid by Iceberg. Not going to get it, though. Last
Bot
hit
lane
to Dendi.
Cat.
This is a dangerous hero to dive, though. He's very tanky. You got to be careful not to feed these Spiderlings.
A couple die.
But they're running, right? They're not spreading their legs and diving into your jungle. They're scurrying away to safety, which in and of itself is kind of a win for NaVi. As they smoke, they're gonna head on to Iceberg mid. Might lose some efficiency here as that Midas is coming off cooldown soon. There's the swap into the crush, into the Malefice, and won't even get a self astral off.
That was honestly great chaining. I was wondering if they had the ability to chain stun him before he can astral. You know, maybe with a TP from Dazzle coming into Grave, there's an opportunity there for Spirit to save their OD. But the swap into Malefice and Crush, and then managing myself to follow through was perfect from them. Troll. He's graved up, but where does he go? Where does he run? He's just chain stunned into Oblivion, and one more hit is all they need to finish him off, and that's it. The Pulse Nova finds it. While in the backline, Vanscore is being chased by Biver. Well, Dendi just raising them down. That's 3 for nothing.
Oh, now
they're clearing up.
Styling on Spirit. This is going to be a quick series and maybe shorten the overall CIS qualifiers final day as they still have the Black Hole cooling down, the mech about to come out for the Enigma, the Bloodstone already complete for Pycat at only 12.5 minutes into the game. Shadowblade nearly done for Dendi. RMN already got his level 6, so he's happy as a clam. The Blink Dagger suit for Slardar, everything NaVi needs, and then some coming their way.
Yeah.
6,000 gold lead.
I just opened that as well, and I was like...
5,000 experience lead. And to make matters worse, Spirit, they're not even like really angling for the late game. They have that one Midas on OD, but it's an Orchid Broodmother. Orchid under construction, not done yet. Yeah, he gets the tier 1 bottom, but that's kind of expected. Gareth and NaVi are just firing on all cylinders now.
Mech for general as well. Honestly, there's nothing stopping them from just grouping up as 5. Team Spirit, what does their team fight consist of? A hook shot?
And it's a support clock. He just dies.
There's no blade mail, no force staff. The OD needs to, come in and out of team fights, gain intelligence, and then come through with the ultimate, which he's not even skilled up yet, understandably, really.
And more importantly, when you hook in, there's a swap out, there's a force out, there's a mech to heal whoever's trapped there.
Like these were Team Spirit heroes that were meant to smash their lanes and snowball into, taking Roshan, kind of similar to game 1.
Uh-oh.
Did he just hook shot a creep?
Barely missing there, was aiming for Biver, but I don't know if he wanted to hit that hook. Might have died as RMN and General combining here in the jungle, going to find BZZ. They'll pick him off as well. NaVi collecting yet another kill. You can see Dendi with his shadow.
Oh, hello.
Oh, might get caught though, Phobos. Debuting the Orchid. This is a big dive, though. I don't think he can kill the Shadow Fiend in time. He's going to try for it. Not quite enough damage. Now the turnaround comes. They heal into that Black Hole, forcing Dendi back, but the Crush onto the Dazzle could kill him off before he gets the Self-Grave. Will barely manage to secure it. Goes for the TP out. Will we get a bash? Doesn't have the point in it yet. Ends up making it out, but at the expense of his Brood. Not so lucky.
Great decision making from Slardar. His Crush is coming off cooldown and could have crushed the Dazzle at the very end of that TP, but holds it for the Broodmother, realizing it's the bigger kill. Just let the Dazzle self-grave and TP out, go for the Brood, kill her off, and stop. What little momentum Spirit has is coming from the Broodmother, building into Orchid, looking for, phase boots and BKB and AC and these items which will allow them to team fight at the very least. But if she's not able to farm and keep pressure on these lanes, that momentum just disappears completely. And now a blink for Slardar. This initiation from NaVi just gets stronger and stronger.
They're going for another kill on the troll. BZZ off way too far. Say hello to Dendi. Kaboom! Finds him with the Requiem. Does get the bash, but he's going to need like 15 more to even have a chance at a kill. So
Only 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not looking great right now for Spirit.
But yeah, this was a Team Spirit draft that was meant to like slaughter lanes. Troll's meant to own his lane, OD's meant to own his lane, with the Dazzle and the Clockwork roaming, and the Broodmother off lane.
Well, that was the thing though. Like, we looked at the first couple picks, we're like, are they going to go for a push strat? You know, they've got the Dazzle, they have the Troll. They could go, you know, into a heavy 5-man pushing lineup. But they went a totally different direction. They went for the Clockwork, they went for the Brood. More of a like spread the map, win your lane style draft, and when they didn't win their lanes, they didn't really have a great plan B.
They do pick up pace. Like, it's not just win your lanes and snowball and try and win in the first 30 minutes. They can pick up pace once they start getting items up, and obviously the 4-staff now in OD is kind of a showcase of how well that Midas has done for him. 16 minutes in, does have an item to his name, but if the Troll isn't able to farm and keep up pace with anyone else on the enemy team, like you look at his net worth now, he's 1,000 behind the Enigma, he's a good 2,000 behind anyone else, and then you've got Dendi and Pycat sitting on 8k at the top.
It's the hook bottom, just narrowly missing on Dendi. The luck just not going their way, but Iceberg gonna dive Dendi deep behind his tier 2 tower, desperate to get a kill on the board. Will find that kill, and now maybe gonna look for more though. Pycat is very tanky with the Bloodstone and the 4-staff, so he'll make it out to safety. Spirit suddenly 5-man converging bottom. That's the type of kill they desperately need to get back in this game, and I think to your point, they do have pretty good late game. You've got OD Troll. I mean, Brood not the best late game hero just because she doesn't really team fight that well, but does do a lot of damage and can solo kill heroes pretty effectively with the right items. So not entirely out of it yet, but they're going to need a lot more of that if they want to come back.
Yeah, and in that fight there, they would have really loved to kill off Pycat. You know, killing Dendi is a decent enough shout. You remove half his souls, you killed him off. The 3 times kill streak is nice to take. But if you could have killed off Pycat there and taken his 5-kill streak and Bloodstone charges, would have been a huge kind of game stopper and delay here. But Pycat's still caught on bottom lane. He's walked into the 3 of them.
Speak of the devil.
Might get the kill anyway. Nice deny.
It is denied, so they're a bit limited there. Hookshot cooling down, though. FNG going to dive for another one. Might be able to find General. There's the hook. It's a direct connection. Then the cogs to follow up. NaVi getting sloppy, starting to hemorrhage kills, and this bottom lane is a no-go zone, Gareth, at least for this stage. Like, they do not have the ability to walk here and come out safely. Now, that said, NaVi able to make the most of this. They'll go in Roche. So they grab an Aegis. I mean, I think that's certainly worth the Enigma kill. Probably not Pycat dying as well, but this time around he'll have the Aegis to work with.
Yeah, ever since Brood got like level 7 or 8, that bottom lane just been like, no, don't go in there. There's webs everywhere in the jungle and all across that bottom lane.
It's a pretty big drop in the net worth, though. Yeah, they have to be careful not to get sloppy. This is the stage of the game where NaVi don't have great ways to TP out safely. Like, you can maybe force out of the cogs, but if you don't have that force available for whatever reason, you're probably dead as the Shadow Fiend.
Like, their 5-man is so massively superior. Oh, Slardar?
Well, you say that, but they're not 5-manning right now. Fiver going to go down to the soul burn from the Orchid. Another big pick for his Spirit. I'm really surprised NaVi keep on going here. Guys, don't go. Don't step here. It's not safe, but FNG overextends. He'll get picked off. And Spirit will have to back away, at least for the time being. And if you're going to go bottom, you need to do it with the whole team. And that's what they're trying. He charges in. He does have Aegis round 2. He'll come back soon. They have a black hole ready. Will they get the chance to use it? General trying to move back into the fray. Pycat forcing away to safety. And now it's suddenly the OD trapped in an awkward position. He's already committed his Hurricane Pike. He's going to self-astral. And it looks like he will be going down. Requiem perfectly timed with that. This will be forced away.
Pycat died so quickly. That weave up on him and then the Shadow Wave with a couple of physical right clicks. He just went from 100 to 20% HP within a split second. Aegis. Who's it up on? Is that... Who had Aegis on NaVi?
The Leshrac.
Leshrac did have it, okay.
The bottom lane really should be viewed as lava by NaVi, though. Unless they're going to send 4 or 5 heroes, or at the very least, like, park the Venge behind a core It's not safe when Spirit have 5 bottom, and you know that's because they've lost the two towers. So they really don't have the best map control. But NaVi reestablishing control at least for now, and with that reestablishing their lead. So they decided instead of sending 1 hero down at a time, we'll send all 5 hero at once. It's been a pretty quiet game for the troll though. I feel like we haven't seen really anything out of BZZ. Mostly just trying to farm this top lane. 0-4.
He just got ganked over and over again. RMN is caught. He turns to fight though. This OD from the high ground stunned up with a dazzle next to him, but RMN finds the kill before dying and doesn't even die himself. The raises come through and NaVi 3 for 1. Finally Phobos pops the Venge in the back end, but Dendy's here to clear up spiderlings with Pycat.
Oh, they got Phobos as well. Scouted out for the moment. Crush comes through. Another pickoff. That's 4 dead for NaVi. Strength in numbers for this team fight lineup. And
honestly, they're like the past 10 minutes, I've been looking at this thinking 5-man from NaVi, pretty strong. Maybe you're a bit worried about Brood split pushing, but I don't think it's a massive threat when she's gone for this Orchid build.
Yeah,
you know,
she didn't go Desolator, she didn't go Book.
Necro Book, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you don't really have to worry about the split push. Yeah, you've got the troll to help amplify, but I don't think it's enough to like take a lane of Rex before NaVi can get a couple tier 2s or a tier 3 of their own. So yeah, I agree. They should be 5-manning, and it's a good adjustment by NaVi.
You just look at the troll now. He's not going S and Y. He's realized he needs a BKB this game just to be able to do anything. He's still a fair distance away from it, and tier 2 bot lane.
Even once he gets it though, they have Amp, they have the Venge aura, they
SF
have
right click.
Yeah, there's NaVi just have a lot of damage. Period. It's not just physical or magical damage by any means, I should say.
And speaking of BKBs, there's Dendy with one of his own, so he's got 2 mobility items. Shadowblade kind of doubles up as a split push item as well if he needs it to be. And the magic immunity against initiations.
Troll is just not a hero, huh? Killed by 2 supports
not
again.
in this game.
Yeah, RMN does get hooked here. They're going to try and pound him down from distance with the OD, but
He can swap general in if he wants to, like if things get really hairy.
you take the casualty.
Nah, you swap general in and you black hole the 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, General has another 4-staff coming in.
Oh, nice.
This is the problem with Clockwork, is if the enemy supports get farmed, he's not very effective, and NaVi, their supports all starting to feel very farmed at this point. They've got, I think, triple 4-staff now, or yeah, triple force coming out.
Spirit have sentries, but they don't see Dendy coming in. The pebble thrown, but the grave is there in time from Vanscore, and he TP's out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. But the Solana coming in to crush him up.
I
Nice
think you
play
go
by
high ground
Dendy.
now. This is the potentially lane of Brax. Spirit gonna have a tough time defending. They have no dazzle. Their deep push is very underwhelming. We talked about it towards the end of the draft that NaVi were looking like a pushing lineup, and Spirit not very well equipped to directly stop a push head on. They try for the split, but Brood not even at the tier 3. NaVi already banging at the front door. They knock down the tower. They turn onto the melee rack. Spirit need to muster a defense. FNG hook cooling down in 3, but he's just hooking into certain death, and while he's hesitating, BZZ is caught. Swapped, Astral defensively used, but they're going to drop the Midnight Pulse. They blow him up. Pycat just nuking him to smithereens, and now straight onto the top lane. This is looking like 2 lanes, quite possibly the game. They'll send 1 home, the Enigma, to slow down the push, and as soon as that Enigma retreats, in jumps FNG, and Vanscore says, let's think about it for a moment.
Yeah, Vanscore was still in Fountain 5-6 seconds ago, and I was wondering why he wasn't moving. I don't know if he's having a few issues. Looks like there's some lag because saved him. It was going to be a close one anyway, and maybe Troll just dies regardless because you've got these 2 saving mechanisms that don't move him out of position, and with Pycat just standing next to you with Pulse Nova, probably doesn't matter too much.
Oh, welcome in everybody who is joining us now as we get the CIS final day of qualifier action started. This could be the end for Team Spirit. NaVi, they came back in a crazy game 1 to ultimately get the 1-0 advantage, and now having Spirit on match point.
Odie doesn't have Hurricane.
And threatening for their second lane of Rax. A perfectly timed grave will keep Iceberg alive for now, but he gets stunned. Controlled, may go down anyway. That last auto take, not quite enough damage. Barely able to slip away to safety, but still NaVi focusing on objectives. They did TP their Enigma home to slow the split push. Coming from the Brood Mother, that's right. The Brood and DDK Phobos, barely TPs out. Almost got clipped by a Malefus. Actually committing the BKB here. That's his 10-second charge down the drain just to get home safe. He did not get a lane of Rax. So NaVi, a full lane advantage. Clean at that, and with how quickly they push Garrett, they get these lanes shoved out, they could easily just take a second, if not straight mega creeps.
DK Phobos, dude, who TPing out of one stun into another. He has to put the BKB to make sure Pycat doesn't clip him with a split earth, because that would undoubtedly have been his death as well. The fact that Dendi's nearby and he's got so much damage. He's packing a massive punch with Requiem up to level 3 and ready.
I mean, even if you do BKB, though, you could get swapped, black hold, right-clicked, amplify damage on you. You may die regardless. So that's the thing, is you need BKB this game, just for the Leshrac alone, but it's not a get-out-of-jail-free card by any means.
I have seen OD come back from situations like this before, you know, where the game goes longer and longer, gets dragged out, but usually it's when the secondary core has had at least a decent start and broken even in the game. You know, this troll is a non-factor. 0-6-1, unfortunately for BZZ. BKB is still 1,000 gold away.
Oh, that's some next level tactics. They're trying to gank the 6th man.
The courier?
Yeah. 6th player of Team Spirit.
The amp damage on the courier.
Yeah, we see you, courier. We see you. Say NaVi.
Push just continues top lane. Eidolons. Is that a DD Dendi? Not for too much longer, about 10 seconds left. Still should be enough damage with no glyph out for Spirit.
There's the Hurricane Pike. A bit of harass on the Dendi, but he'll Shadow Blade it off. Comes back in. Bear in mind, he has a BKB. He is going to be a big force in these team fights. No way to interrupt a Requiem aside from a bash or a hook shot.
They know where F&G is.
And if you're standing next to Dendi as this troll without a BKB, you're in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have it yet, about 1,000 gold short. Range racks down. NaVi straight onto the melee. This could be the second lane. Spirit just not showing any signs of a head-on engagement. And while they hesitate, Viper finds the opening. But the hook's there to counter. And FNG sacrificing his life for the cause. But how much good will it actually do? He's down immediately. And then General from behind finds two. Line him up. Knock him down. NaVi, stay alive. They've got a date with Empire as they crush their way through Spirit here in game number 2.
General Black Holes, 2 full HP heroes. Dendi just rolls up and slaps them down. 1 hit each and they're gone.
Didn't even need the Requiem.
Didn't even need the Requiem. But my goodness. Again, it was one of these things where NaVi realized where their weakness was and they adapted and changed things up very, very quickly.